Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pat Paris.
And I'm Heidi Alaga. As the community picks up the pieces just 2 days after a devastating fire shocked Main Street, Bisbee, the downtown strip is still closed.
The KGUN 9's Blake Phillips joins us in Bisbee with the latest information on how the fire could have started.
We're still learning more facts about the situation down here in Bisbee following the Wednesday night fire that took the town by storm. Behind me, you can see the remnants of Bisbee oil and vinegar and many fine things. The rubble still on the ground there. Investigators have not yet been able to get into the building to determine the cause, but in speaking with the mayor, he says that they're hoping to evaluate all their options before making a decision. Wednesday night's fire has slowed what is usually a busy strip on Main Street in Bisbee.
Right now we have engineers assessing the situation. Our fire department's here keeping an eye on things to make sure there isn't a rekindle or another problem.
Now I'm standing here at the back of Bisbee Oil and Vinegar, which we're getting a look at where a lot of the damage is and where investigators think the fire started. Take a look behind me. You can see the door here to the back of the building folded over in a lot of rubble. Investigators are thinking that the fire shot up the stairs here and went up into the apartment building above. And that's where we got this crazy video. Take a look at this of the flames shooting out of the back of the building up into the night sky. But the fire highlights a larger problem in Bisbee, their over 100-year-old water supply system, which the mayor says prevented fire teams from being able to handle the fire earlier.
That only gives us one pipe to come down, and you can only push so much water through one pipe.
Craig Reese owns the building that Bisbee Oil and Vinegar sits in. Reese says he escaped from a second-floor window before watching his home burn down.
The silver lining to that tragedy hopefully will be that the city of Bisbee will finally get awarded the grants they need to improve the water pressure in Bisbee.
Many businesses nearby are still closed as officials are still taking a look at the damage, hoping that most of the street can be back in business by this weekend. This is a developing story, so stick with KGUN 9 for the latest. For now in Bisbee, I'm Blake Phillips, KGUN 9.
All right, if you're heading down to Bisbee this weekend, we're going to show you on our news navigator as we try to zoom in here. There it goes. And we're going to show you that the Bisbee downtown, this is Main Street, the closure of the fire. It is closed this entire block with the fire happening in these two buildings right here. They do have sidewalks open. You can walk along Main Street on this side and up to about here on this side. Same thing on this side. You can't go right through this middle section, unfortunately. Let's take a look at some of the drone video we recorded yesterday. While I was covering the fire in Bisbee, you can see the two historic buildings destroyed by the fire. Now, officials tell us tonight the big concerns continues to be the potential for the brick walls to collapse onto the street. Now, after structural engineers are consulted, they will be setting up Jersey barriers to create safe pedestrian walkways and reopen access to as many businesses as possible on Main Street.